Hello everyone and welcome to this full blue moon in Aquarius live broadcast. The title of this broadcast was the 2929 portal and the Anaretic degree, because it is a very important time. I've been talking about big change we're going through for quite a bit of time, but I would like to say something more tonight, because at this point in time, we are really living something very intense that we really need to understand. First of all, let's look at the year 2021. It's a year in which we need to give birth. 20 and 21. 20 is about gestation, is a number associated to gestation, to give it birth. To a new will, a new energy, a new direction, a new power, which is something different from the past. When we talk about new, we mean something that is completely new, not just a bit new. It's really a pioneer, something new in our life. It is symbolically the manifestation, giving birth to a new idea. If we look at to 2021 like a 20 plus 3, 21 is a 3, is a 23, which is a number we know in esoteric numerology as a Peter Pan, but also is a number that speaks about an uplift, a shift in consciousness. And the 23 is a 5, so is a completely U-turn, a completely change of direction if we compare our life to what we did in the past. So new change of direction, manifestation. When we work with a year all the time, we don't have to think that what that year is asking of us is going to be manifested like that in a very easy way, but it will take a year to manifest the energy that is contained, has to come out from that year. We are just about to reach the third part of the year. If we divide the year by 3, we have 4 months each. At the end of August, we will start the last 4 months of 2024, which symbolically means that we are just about to reach the end of the transformation which started at the beginning of the year, that will end at the end of this year. So that this 21 energy of giving birth it's really coming through. It's going to get manifested in the next few months. The other aspect is the fact that from the astrological point of view, this year has been very important because we had the square. We are going to have a square throughout the year between Saturn and Uranus. Saturn represents the past, represents fear. Uranus represents the future. We have been seeing throughout the year that big confrontation between the past and the future, the old and the new. We are going to have that shift, that possibility of a choice, which is related to which way are we going to go, which way each of us is going to go. Because some of us may go back towards the old, into the old, and some of us may choose to go towards the future. And the savior symbol of this lunation is really about choice, permission slip. You have the choice to choose, between trust and faith in who you are, in what you feel, in the direction you need to go, or the possibility to choose to go into suspicion, into doubt, and to go back, and do not fully develop who you really are. Because we are in a blue moon, you know, this is a blue moon, it's going to be a blue moon. And the blue moon is practically the second full moon in the same zodiac sign. So practically, full moon before this one, you know, a month ago, was in Aquarius. We're going to have another full moon in Aquarius. So this is the second full moon in the same zodiac sign, is called the blue moon. So, and it normally considered to be a moon that triggers a crisis, because as to trigger, the full moon are about completion, the end of something which is going to be very important and is going to lead us, lead us into the new, to help us start completely anew. Then the 29th degree, because this lunation is going to be at 29 degrees. When we have a full moon, the sun is opposite to the moon, and they both have the same degrees. Two star signs that are completely opposite to each other. So the sun will be at 29 degrees 37 Leo, while the moon is going to be at 29 degrees 37 minutes degrees Aquarius. So the key point is about the fact that this lunation, this full moon, is going to happen in Aquarius. And Aquarius is a star sign that is related to friends, relationships, parties, visions, hopes, opportunities. What is this full moon asking of us? Practically, you know, Aquarius is the sign of a new vision, to find our place, our purpose, our mission in the world. And this is where the moon is going to be. The sun is going to be in Leo, and Leo is really the call, the divine, our divine calling. And it is about finding who we truly are, who we really are. By finding who we truly are, we therefore find our place in the world. And the two are very, very closely connected. Whatever is happening around us in the world, you know, because Aquarius is also the star sign associated to policies, parties, you know, what's happening, the vision. It appears to be in the outer world, but actually is happening within us, because we are deeply tested about who we are. This lunation is going to happen on the 22nd and the 22nd of August. So 22nd is called in numerology the seed of the divine man. It's called, it's a number talking about selflessness. Is also called the master builder, and is also in Aura-Soma called the rebirther bottle. It is associated to the Fool in the esoteric tarot card. So what does it mean? It means that we are at a stage when we are confronting face to face, looking within and facing ourselves. Because 22 is a number of building something new, but is also a number that talks about the two different aspects of number 2, which on one side are related to fear, doubt, and emotions, and the other side of number 2 is about love, is about wisdom, is about cooperation. So these two energies are facing each other, 22, you know. And then number 8, the month, is, you know, is a number of revisiting, re-evaluation, reorganization, but also is the number associated to the possibility of aligning the inner self to the outer self. So we are deeply confronted by what happens in the outer world, and then what is happening in the inner world. And it is a bottle that is a number that is talking about self-love. How does it happen that we love who we are? In the sense that, why do we love who we truly are? Do we love who we truly are because we see a result, or do we love who we truly are because we just love who we truly are? And this 22 is exactly that, because 22 is a 4, with the 8th of the month is a 48, 12, 3, which is breakdown, breakthrough. 48 is about dissolving what is not in alignment with the soul in order to have a shift in consciousness, uplift, and build completely a new house completely. 22 is really the number of the light if we use the light in the correct way, if we definitely choose to follow our energy, because 2021, the year we are in, is a 23, 20 plus 2 and 1 is a 23, and 23 is talking about endings, closing, coming to an end with the sense of not being good enough, the sense of value. And this lunation is going to happen in Aquarius. And the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus. Uranus, a planet that which is in, at this point in time, is in Taurus, 14 degrees Taurus. It has been there for quite a lot of time, drilling that 14 numbers, you know. And Taurus is, how do we earn our money? How do we have what we have? How do we, earning money is also about survival. What kind of value and self-value do we have? So we're really deeply tested about how do we build our life? How do we build what we have? Because if we only look at what is in the outer world, and we see that in the outer world we don't get, because bear in mind that Taurus is, the ruler of Taurus is Virgo, and Venus, and Venus is at this point in time is in Libra, so it's really a deep confrontation within the self about what we truly love, because Libra is, do you choose your personality, do you choose your soul? We are tested again about what we love, and that Libra, that Venus is in a kite aspect with Ceres, with the South Ceres and the North Node, the South Node and Juno, and also Saturn, testing us. Do you have the courage to act, to turn your flag into an eagle, which means to act out of your vision? Because most of the time, we feel our inner voice. We feel that we need to trust who we deeply are. But when we have challenges in the outer world, we stop believing. The sun at this lunation, which is about the same symbol of the sun, is an unsealed letter, which is really about the permission to choose whether we want to trust, have faith, or go back to doubt and suspicion, because we have the possibility of developing the awareness of our own individuality, manifesting our own creativity, because Leo is really about creativity. And when we have 29 degree, the Anaretic degrees, we go through a deep challenge, a deep crisis, because we need really to complete a lesson. So we are about to complete the lesson of the previous 8 months before we move into the new. So this Anaretic degree, this sun is conjunct to Regulus. Regulus is, in the ancient time, used to be considered, it was associated to Archangel Raphael. Raphael, the Archangel of Spring, the Archangel of a new outburst of energy, the possibility of renovation, the possibility of air, because Raphael is associated to the air element, of a new fresh air into our life. The Archangel working with Raphael is Michael, bringing a new vision into of our future. The moon, is going to be conjunct to Formalhaut. related to Archangel Gabriel, bringing nourishment, self-love, the possibility of a new birth, but also conjunct to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet that brings together our mind and our heart. So we can go ahead, we are given the possibility to move forward, but if we only trust what we feel in our heart, which is exactly the symbol of organ associated to Leo, which is the star sign where we have the sun, and also symbolically the energy at the time of this lunation, where we have also Senna. Senna is a planet of our solar system, not very well known, is a trans-Neptunian planet, and Senna is telling us, creating a big T-square with the sun and the moon, is telling us this is a time of rebirth, but this time of rebirth can only happen if we love ourselves the way we are. The big shift that we need to do at this point in time is related to the fact that the fact that we have a call is not associated to the fact that we think how that call is going to manifest, or we have a desire about how it's going to manifest. If the desire is not fulfilled, we may choose to leave, to leave behind our call, to just forget about it. No, we are really asked to overcome all the obstacles of life is putting on our path, because life is really testing us. And the fact that it's testing us is because we have this in this configuration, planet configuration, we have Mars and Mercury in Virgo, which Mars is at 14 degrees and Mercury at 18 degrees Virgo. But the next new moon will be exactly at 14, on the 7th of September, will be exactly at 14 degrees Virgo, where Mars is now. And this degree talks about the possibility of acting with determination and courage and discrimination to fully accept what is blocking us on the path, to go in the battlefield, build a new way. And the Mercury, the Sabian symbol, is associated to a karmic confrontation that we are about to have with our inner nature. This is also related to the moon, because this moon, as I said, is going to happen at 29 degrees 37. Just an hour after the lunation, the moon is going to enter Pisces. And Pisces is a sign of water and motions. So this is also why a lot of inner emotion are going to confront us in relation to what we really believe in, who we truly are. And they enter Pisces. Pisces is the 12th house, and Pisces is the sign of being completely trapped by our personality, what we believed in the past, but also the possibility of a resurrection, because it's the sign of resurrection, of change, uplifting, okay? Initiation, going to a new level, and then connecting to the soul. What's going to happen? It's going to depend upon us, on us. So whatever we choose is related to whether we're going to follow our fear, and so stay with the old, go back to what we are told, go back to the concept of limiting ourselves, or we choose to move into the new, which is related to love ourselves in the heart, the way we are. So big inner confrontation at this point in time, big inner conflict. And Raphael Regulus has the possibility to heal us, because Raphael means God heals, okay? And then also Gabriel, conjunct to the moon, is offering the possibility of nurturing the love for who we truly are. But that depends on us. How do we move ahead is really important, what we choose. And remember that Aquarius is a violet star sign, and violet is a star sign that is related to two main things. One is the anointing of the sick, so leaving behind the past, and the other one is Advent, the birth of Jesus, the birth of the soul. The big test we are going to choose is we may feel our heart aching, we may feel challenged from the heart point of view, but really, instead of giving up, we really need to force ourselves to grow, force ourselves to move into the new, and trust that blazing fireplace in a deserted home, which means that the fire within us, even if nothing is around us, even if things don't happen the way we would like them to happen, we need to learn to trust the source, return to the source, and trust the way things are going to be manifested, and not the way we would like them to be manifested, which is completely different. So we are tested in relation to giving up the way we have interpreted our vision, the way we have interpreted the way we thought our mission, our being should unfold. We really need to trust and remain connected, remain in touch with what we truly feel. That's the key point for that shift, because the total addition of this lunation, the day of this lunation, is going to be 35. And 35 is the inner guide, the inner creativity, and is also associated to vindication, which is what's going to happen, what kind of authority are you going to follow. If you follow the outer authority, you're going to go back into the past. If you follow the inner authority, the inner voice, you're going to come to a point where something new is really stated. So we need to learn to trust the process, trust the unfoldment of life, trust the way things are working out, even if we don't like it. Our desire are only ideas that our mind, our intellectual mind, creates about the world that the mind knows. But the world that the mind knows is not the world that God knows. So we need to trust and open ourselves to the new. Trust the fact that we need to really take that step into the unknown, and only then we can see whether it was good or not before that. So trust life, trust where life is going to take you, and trust yourself. The more you love who you deeply are, what you deeply believe you are, the more you will see that manifested in the outer world. If you don't do so, it's just a betrayal. And then you know very well that you don't like betrayal, because that is what's going to be manifested in the world if you do so. So wishing you a wonderful lunation. Trust yourself, hold on to your heart. Whatever happens, just trust the way it's going to happen, and let go the past and be open to the revelation of the new. Bye bye.